Hi, this is Steve.
This is Jeremy.
And we're the Alabama Gamers.
Bringing you Dropping Dimes. So, Dropping Dimes is our weekly informative podcast and YouTube show about what the PlayStation Drop is dropping this week. What's going on? We gather all the information that's important that you need to know so that you can choose and spend your money wisely.
Yeah, because that's what it's all about for us, because we don't get to play the games that we buy, we want them to be good.
Absolutely.
So we want them to be good for you guys too. That way you don't feel like you're wasting your money or your time, because it's tough when you invest money and time in a bad game.
That's true. Also, if you look down in the comment section, you'll find a trailer for every single one of these video games. You don't have to hunt. You don't have to Google. We got you covered, okay? So look down in the comments, and there'll be your trailers. All right, so the first game for this week release is Bled. Bled is a digital release. We're not sure the price. It's developed by Boot Desk Revolution, which is one indie guy, and then Netpalm Game Studios. They do a lot of iOS type games. It's a platform shooter. The description is, Wynn wants to be the ultimate video game hero, but the greatest heroes of all time have already been chosen. Help her take them down one by one in an action-packed bid to claim the title for herself and show the world what a true hero looks like. Bled is an action platformer based on fluid, challenging gameplay. What it feels like. So in my opinion, it feels just like Contra, okay? Except you take out the little dudes with the little headbands, no shirts, headbands, and you put inside Kim Possible. Because the girl has like pink hair, and that's exactly what she walk around with her pink/purple hair, and she's shooting up everything, right? And so it looks like Contra with Kim Possible. Oh, and the whole thing is reinforced by 80s chiptone music. So it's like 8-bit kind of music, As far as the social aspect, it's 2-player local co-op, and there are going to be achievements. I'm not sure what they are. I think there's going to be like 40 of them. Okay. The next one is the Book of Regrets. This one was hard to get any information of. We know that it's a digital title. We don't know how much it costs. We don't know what the rating is. The developer is CindyArk. It's a text-based, horror-themed turn-by-turn.
I'm not big on turn-by-turn.
Yeah, this one, I don't know. It says, we got for the description, a text-based survival game that challenges the player to make it to the end of the story.
Well, isn't that every game?
You know what? Well, pretty much. The horror-themed game takes the player on a journey through a mysterious complex and presents them with a number of sequential decisions and puzzles to solve. Face off against bizarre creatures or avoiding fighting altogether. The choice is yours. Okay? It feels like text-based turn play game. That's it. It is what it is. It gives you options, you choose. There are plenty of mini games to keep it not so boring. As from a social aspect, there are like 40 achievements, so I'm sure it's going to be quite grindy to get those. One of the next ones, and one of the most interesting ones on this week's, is Chroma Gun. Have you played Chroma Gun? It's been out for iOS and some other games. It's been on PlayStation. So, Chroma Gun is going to be a digital release. I'm not sure what it's going to cost. I would suspect somewhere in the $29.99 price point. The rating is teen. The developers are Pixel Maniacs. They also did Can't Drive This and Escape the Loop. Okay. The game type is a first-person puzzle shooter.
Alright.
Okay, you gotcha? Alright, so the description is, welcome to Chroma Tech's Test Lab. You're here to test our state-of-the-art, military-grade color technology. The Chroma Gun, patent pending, use it to solve our meticulously designed test chambers by painting the walls and the droids. Okay? And here's what it feels like. Splatoon and Portal got drunk, hooked up, 9 months later, out comes Chroma Gun.
I was thinking when you said painting Splatoon, which is a fun game.
So here, it's much different, but so here it is. So you walk around with a gun, and there are all these walls, and the walls are divided by sections, and you paint them with your little gun. Your little gun has 3 different kinds of paint, and whether you hit triangle, circle, X, depends on what color shoots out. So, but if you hit it, if you paint it, the droid will do something. Yeah. It complicates the life. So it's a puzzle, but with a gun in a first-person perspective.
I don't know. I think maybe skip that and just play Splatoon.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you get the first one pretty cheap because number 2's out now. So yeah. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But
so
I know that Splatoon is great.
Yeah.
This is fine.
The next game up is Duck Game, and let me tell you what. When I saw the picture on the drop, I was so excited. There's this bad, awesome duck with like a headband and a gun, and I thought like Howard the Duck meets Rambo.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up, and I investigate for you, and it doesn't look so good.
No.
Oh no, it's oh my god.
Oh, it's cover box.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's yes.
I mean, if you go back to Nintendo, you used to get that a lot.
Yes,
cover
well.
box would be very awesome. Be some dude just.
And that's why we do the dropping dimes, so you don't waste your money. So it's a digital title. Not sure what it costs. Probably going to be overpriced, right? Not sure the ratings. The developer is a fellow named Landon Kowski, and then Adult Swim Games did the rest, the back part of it.
Okay, now Adult Swim Games has a lot of good stuff.
They do.
Yeah.
So the game type is a party fighter. Excuse me. It's four players, and you're on this little closed course about the size of a screen. Basically, imagine like a platformer or a side scroller where you just get stuck on one area. Okay. There's 50 of these different areas called levels, and you fight each other. And the first one to lose dies. That's it.
Well, I wasn't into it until you said Adult Swim Games, because theirs is very playable.
You have to definitely check out the comments.
And usually it's...
And look at the trailer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely look at it. They marketed it well, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It says Duck Games is a non-stop quack attack that pits up to 4 friends against each other in a fast-paced multiplayer combat with tons of weapons, which is true. You have like 100 weapons. You have 30 different hats for your duck. I mean, there's a designated quack button, right? So it says with tons of weapons and more than 50 different arenas to fight in, players must adapt and adjust strategically on the fly. Gain aerial superiority by combining a jetpack with minigun. You corner opponents with a net gun or good old-fashioned hand grenades. And what it feels like, to me, this is what it feels like. Darkwing Duck. You remember the old Darkwing Duck? I think on NES, right?
Yeah.
So because it looks like that pixel style. Darkwing Duck met up with Smash Brothers and then drug the multiplayer part of GoldenEye to a hot tub. And whatever came out of that primordial hot tub ooze was Duck Game. It's like an 80s game, but with that GoldenEye. You remember GoldenEye, the part where you and a friend are hunting each other, right?
GoldenEye's the reason you bought.
True. So that's what it feels like to me. With social, you got 4 players, so 3 can be online. It can be local co-op as well. Right? All right. Next up is the Escapist 2. It's a beloved franchise. People love the Escapist 1. The price is posted, believe it or not, $20 on PSN, $29 on Amazon.com. There's a retail and a digital. So PSN obviously is the digital, and another $10 you're paying for the DVD. The rating is teen, which has shocked me. The developers are the Moody Tooth Studios. The game type is a top-down action strategy game. The description says, craft, steal, brawl, and escape. It's time to bust out of the toughest prisons in the world as you return to the life of an inmate in Escapist 2. Have you got what it takes to escape? It feels like the Escapist 1. That's exactly what it feels like. There's not a better way to say it.
I mean, if everybody liked it, I mean, that's...
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Just don't get like Injustice 2 and get kind of stale for a little bit.
For the social aspect, it's 1 to 4 multiplayer. You can drop in or drop out, which is nice. You don't have to... People can drop in. They can drop in to help you. You can drop in to help someone else. And there's also a versus mode, okay? And the last one, or second to last one that I've researched was F1 2017. That's Formula 1 2017. There's a retail and a digital. Okay, the retail is $59.99 on the PlayStation Network, which is fine because it's $59.99 at Amazon.com too. However, it's not out until Tuesday, and so technically it's a pre-order. And remember that from Amazon.com you get 20% off of all pre-orders. Right? And that's not just digital, that's a hard copy. So if you order right now from Amazon.com, it's $47.99. Okay. The rating is E for everyone. Developers Codemasters. Codemasters are giants in the driving game industry. They did the Dirt franchise. They did all the other F1 games. I mean, they're
I think you're pretty solid by with this. If you're into the racing games, this is pretty solid.
It looks good. The driving part doesn't really look as good as I thought it would because, I mean, now with PlayStation Pro, you can do native 4K with 60 frames per second, but it just doesn't really look as good as I think. I think this was probably on 30 frames per second, and the 4K probably isn't even native. It's probably checkerboard, so it's upscaled. But it says, make history in F1 2017. Win the 2017 World Championship. Break every record in the fast lane ever. Race some of the most iconic F1 cars of the last 30 years, and we'll talk about that. With an even deeper 10-year career, more varied gameplay in the new championship mode, and a host of new features, both online and offline, F1 2017 is the most complete and thrilling F1 experience ever. It feels like F1 2016, which is last year's version, but I'll tell you what's new and different is that now they've got it where you can go back and race old cars.
Okay.
So you can race a 30-year-old car on this version. Before, they started with a bunch of cars and then they kept adding more cars. Well, now they went way back and grabbed some. The other thing that changed was they really fine-tuned that career mode. They put it 10 years, and so now you can really you have more fun with it. Okay. From a social aspect, you play by yourself. I don't think it's a co-op, but you can play with up to 20 players on the online. Okay. The last one is Jak and Dexter. This is the Precursor Legacy. All right. This is a PlayStation 2 revitalization, which means they've upscaled the graphics, but it's almost identical to what it was before.
Okay.
So it's not a reboot.
But good game though.
Yeah, it is a good game, and they wouldn't have brought it back, you know. So it's not a reboot or nothing. This is the one that was done by Naughty Dog. And, you know, we love Naughty Dog because they did all the Uncharted and stuff like that. I mean, they're great.
I mean, I've played this one. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great platformer.
Do you like that franchise?
Yeah, it's great.
I've never played it.
Yeah, it's great.
Never played it.
You know, it's easy to play with kids. It's something you can share with them.
Yeah.
Things like that. But yeah, it's funny.
And so, and when I saw it, I thought, well, that's not really upscale. That's just a cross. You know, it's just whatever. But so what they've done is they've upscaled it enough to where it looks like you would remember it, unless if you actually went and put it in, you realize how crappy the PlayStation 2 one was. So they really have upscaled it. It just to you, it's going to feel very familiar.
Polished it a lot. Yeah.
But you can't say, oh, this looks so great. It's going to look like what you think it looked back then, but it doesn't. So it's interesting. The game type is a third-person platformer, and description is enter a world of magic, adventure, exploration, and discovery, with enormous vistas and exotic characters lead you to places beyond your imagination. And I quote, it feels like nostalgic gaming at its best. It feels the same, but with upgrades.
Yeah. So they did that last week too. You know, we got Sonic. It was a sequel.
Same thing though. You're right.
Sonic Mania, but it's very nostalgic.
So what's different about both of them? I mean, what they've really done is they've added support for the analogs and stuff like that. You know, and they've added trophies. You know, they got trophies now, so they're probably going to feel grindy. You got to complete levels under a certain amount of time. You know, more to work for.
Yeah, and the Sonic game is really great. The Sonic Mania that dropped last week. The best thing about it is that you can pick it up, put it down. Yeah. You know, you just jump right into it, and so it's great. And you know, so I recommend that one. The Daxter and Jax, that's a really great game. Yeah. So that's a solid buy. F1 we're going to call a solid buy.
We know we got more, right?
Oh, we got some.
We got more that I didn't have time to look into because the drop came out kind of late today. So Madden NFL 18, who's on the cover?
That's the GOAT.
The GOAT, Brady. I don't like him, but whatever.
So Madden 18.
Madden 18.
You know the curse. So is he going to get hurt?
I hope so.
Yeah, well. So not a New England fan. So
go Colts.
Yeah.
Next one is the PS Digital. It's called Mages of Mysteria. I don't know much about it. It says, in a world of magic, your mind is your greatest weapon. Learn the ways of magic and design your own spells to fight enemies, navigate treacherous terrain, and right passage wrongs in the kingdom of Mysteria. The next one is, how do you say that word?
Naruto. I can't say it.
Naruto?
No, it's Naruto. Hey, guys, y'all are going to kill us for this if you love anime.
Naruto? I'm going with
Yeah.
Let's go with Naruto.
But we'll show the picture of it and you're going to be like, oh my God, how can y'all not pronounce that? I mean...
Alright, so this is an interesting thing. What they're going to release Ultimate Ninja Storm 1, Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, and Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. They're also those are all digital. On a retail version, which will be out Wednesday, they're going to have an Ultimate Ninja Storm Legacy, which will be all of them. Okay, and then on a PS Digital, they're going to have just the Trilogy. The Legacy has 4, and the Trilogy has 3. So, all right, next up is Nevermind. It's a PS Vita game. Excuse me, NeverEnd. It's a PS Vita game. It says NeverEnd is a roguelite dungeon crawler where you, a simple adventurer, simply wake up in another dimension. Inside of this dimension, there's no sun, and the whole world is caved in. Enemies swarm you from the left and the right. You need to know how to defend yourself.
So who's got the Vita? I mean, because I keep mine beside my Game Gear. I mean, it's not very popular. I mean,
shots fired, PS Vita. Shots fired, PS Vita.
I mean, I'd love to have. I mean, but I just don't. That's the mobile thing. Like
that for me, it's
phones. Your iPhones or whatever. The mobile games are so good now that those things are hard to play.
Yeah.
I mean,
and my friend has a Vita.
It's mainly kids stuff.
He's dropping pixels on his, and it was a really expensive. He said he treats it very nice, and it's dropped 2 pixels. It's when the screen goes up black. There's two white spots. So next up is One Piece Unlimited World Red.
So we're doing the anime this week.
It looks like it's a PS4 digital. It says with more than 1 million units sold worldwide, dive back into wayfaring adventure from One Piece Unlimited World Red with the fun-filled escapades, action-packed battles, and careful comrades from the original Island of Promises storyline. Now with enhanced graphics and previously released DLC. So this looks like a remaster or a revitalization.
Yeah, I've never played any of those games. I've not really been into them.
I don't really like the JRPGs, the Japanese role-playing games. I just can't kind of get behind it. Now this may be something up your league. Soul Dimension coming out for the PSVR. Through its artistic design, this puzzle game will allow players to enter a thrilling adventure. The adventure will be a mixture of suspenseful puzzle and dramatic action game. Next up is Spartan, PS4 Digital. Spartan is an epic 2D platformer powered by the Unreal Engine 4. Featuring silky smooth animation, pixel-perfect controls, challenging gameplay, huge non-linear levels, and an awesome original soundtrack. I have a feeling that's going to be 8-bit for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, it looks that way.
Yeah.
But you got the Unreal Engine running it, so, I mean, it's going to run smooth.
Next up is Super ComboMan Smash Edition. It's a PS4 digital release. Super Combo is a colorful beat-em-up with wacky characters and fast-paced fighting game combat set in the destructible sticker-based world. Next up, SwapQuest, PS4 Digital. The kingdom of Atenia is under attack by a cloud of demons known as the Horde. Many legends tell of its destructive power and how it devours everything in its reach. Will you become the adventurer Avalon needs? Next up is Thimbleweed Park, PS4 Digital. There's a lot of games this week.
I know, man.
In Thimbleweed Park, a dead body is the least of your problems. Switch between 5 playable characters to uncover the surreal secrets of this strange town in a modern mystery adventure game from the creators of Donkey Island and Maniac Mansion. We're starting to get into Halloween-type scary games.
That sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever played it. Now,
next up is the big one.
Yeah, we got another solid buy here.
The big one. Yeah. Uncharted, The Lost Legacy. I've been waiting for this for a while. It's PS4, obviously it's going to retail, but it's a digital too. It uses all the mechanics from Uncharted 4, but it has all new material, and it's an all new storyline, and it's following the 2 ladies. In order to recover an ancient artifact and keep it out of the hands of a ruthless warmonger, Chloe must enlist the aid of renowned mercenary Nadine Ross and venture to India's Western Ghats to locate the golden tusk of Ganesh. So, super excited about the Uncharted. So it's I think it's $40. I didn't look it up, but I think it's $40. I think I remember seeing that. So what do you think? What's your winning game this week?
It's going to be Madden.
Madden.
Yeah, I mean it's football. You can't go wrong with Madden. It's a solid buy. You know, you're not going to lose it. So, you use a lot of gameplay. I mean, you're going to have a lot of online. There's a huge community for Madden.
There's a huge community for Injustice, too. But, all right, shots fired. All right. So, hey, listen.
What about yours?
Uncharted. Absolutely. Last Legacy, all day, every day. Naughty Dog, killing it, knocking it out of the park. And I think they're done with this for a while. Okay. And I've read it. They made this, and they're done. They're out for a while. And so, the franchise, I think they're going to let it relax a little bit, you know. So, all right. Well, I guess that's about it. That's it for this week. We want you to, if we struck a chord, if you saw something you liked, if you saw something you didn't like, leave us a comment downstairs. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.